Hi guys, and welcome to my Minecraft series. We are playing on a mod pack named Glorp Factory. It is a mod pack made by some guys who wanted a mod pack based upon the Jaffa Factory series, I think. And we're going to have some fun with it. Now, I had an awful microphone and recorded a bunch of hours that is useless because the audio is shit. So I think it's better to cut my losses on this and say this is the start of the series. I'm not going to restart the world or anything because I'm working full time and this is just something I'm doing for fun. As like yeah, it's just a fun project for me. So I'm not going to waste a bunch of hours on trying to salvage this. I've never recorded anything before, and I didn't set up my equipment properly in conjunction with my god-awful English. I'm Norwegian, so that's why the bad accent and a little bit stuttering performance. Most Norwegians can understand English extremely well. We can read it well, but to talk a language, you need to talk it, which we don't really do unless you have a job that involves it or have internet friends or something like that. I don't. So I don't really talk that much English, which is why I will stutter a bit. I might use the wrong word. My pronunciation is a bit shit, but I'll try my best. Now, I have just started this little ramble of mine at the world spawn, and now I'll take you through a little journey. So when we started up this world, I was standing up here like this, trying to explain basically what I'm doing now. And you might see a little boxy outline in the background. Right above my head. Right beside my head now. And that weren't there when we started this. I didn't think we would make our base in... I didn't think that would end up being our base location when I started this. I thought it would be more over there or something like that. And where the fuck is that backpack mob? Excuse me. I sort of like them and I sort of don't like them. It's most likely underground. Let's see if we can get out of its range. Yeah. Now we have some peace and quiet again. So we started a journey where just raiding a bunch of villagers to get some of the trinkets in the game, and some base materials and exploring our world. So we first went to, I believe, maybe that village over there. Not entirely sure. We might have gone over to the plains area first. I don't remember. Let's see here. Oh, I believe I remember now. We first went down there, and then we went... Yeah, we went like up here. Found this area. Went there, I think. And a whole bunch of stuff. And then explored actually quite far down here. At some point. And you might see like the big square hole in the floor. That is where we are building our Glorp Factory. So, I'll go on foot over there. Let's see. I have to approach the base from spawn for a while. So the idea is that we're going to have a huge ass factory building poking out of that mountainside. And I think it's going to be glorious. It at least looks that way. I'm not that big of a fan of the applied energistics craters, I'll admit. That's like the big circular holes in the ground with a meteor on the bottom of them. I think I would like this landscape better without it. But I'm not going to change any of that at the moment. I'm not gone into the terraforming stage of my playthrough here. And there are a bunch of mobs in the game. From Alex's mobs. It's not the most important part of the game for my part. I just love the shaders and love Terralith World Generation. This is just... Water is beautiful. Mountains are beautiful. Everything is actually quite beautiful. Now, I haven't really planned this very well through. I weren't really going to record right now. I was going to record, no, not record, but I was going to try to start editing like hours of content I had recorded. But listening to how fucked up the audio is on all of the recordings, I thought I'd made improvements on it at some point. I knew it was bad, but not how bad. And I have bought myself a new mic in meantime, or meanwhile. I'm not really sure how this phrase is going to be. No, it's not, are supposed to be, I mean. So now I'm rocking a much better microphone setup. And tuned in compression areas. And tried to put some optimizations and adjustments on the sorry state of my voice. So I hope this is going to be more usable. than my last attempt. I'm sorry if the microphone is catching the keyboard. I am using my less noisy keyboard, but I don't know if it is going to work well enough. So, I'm begging your pardon, just for this, like, oh baby. Yeah, we have a bed on us. Now, my plan here, or not my plan, I'm going to go through a bit of background first. I have done a lot, not a lot, but a decent amount of automations such already, and I was running out of space at my like temporary base. So I have just started tearing into the terrain around my base. The plan is to have huge factory hall going into the mountainside, and see when this is finished, see how that is looking, and if we're going to expand even more. I'm sort of thinking I could like expand this middle section onto this ridge also, but I'm not sure if that's necessary, or if it's better to put some other building down there, or just leave it alone. That's future me problem at the moment. Now, I haven't done much work down here yet. At the moment I'm just hollowing it out, so I have enough automation that I have the resources to do a mega build of that factory hall, but I don't have much more than that. See, could I use this to get on top? I don't remember. It's a while since well, I'm going to do a little bit of a sheet. So here's the base, my temporary base. I haven't really built any buildings. We're setting up a bunch of circle farms, and made this like terrace farm looking thing, which I'm actually really fond of. Why is my tree farm leaking resources? Oh, there's a bug in the mod pack, which I'm really annoyed at, but I haven't figured really out how to fix it. So I have a computer, which I need to break every time I log onto the world, because it only recognizes the interface block with sophisticated storage barrels and nothing else, I think, or almost nothing else, which means my crate farms, which rely on collection and importers and exporters from the computer, breaks every time I log on. And I don't really want to fix it. Because I like exporters and importers much better than using crate stuff to control everything. So yeah. So I have a computer here, and it basically controls everything and stores all my shit. Oh shite. Why do I have 300 diamond? Or I can explain why I have 300 diamond. The hats. That's because I have a guy somewhere in here. I basically looked at all ways to get like basic resources, and I found a lot of them is easiest done just putting a bloke into a cube and auto trade. It's not the most elegant solution, but it works. I would prefer getting a better solution long term, but yeah, we have this bloke here who's auto trading. We should only trade when we have less than 64 diamonds, but I need to check the grinding wheel. Where is it? This is a mess climbing up. For fuck's sake. I don't think... You know what? I don't think it really needs to have a redstone node. I think that works just fine. There we go. Can grab one of the diamond hats before they ground up, because I actually need one. There we go. So yeah, I have automated villager trades and iron farms, which the iron farms is mostly used to make emeralds. I have a couple of blocks which are loaded with iron, and I probably could make a couple more of those blocks to balance the emerald input a bit more in the long term, because I am chronically out of emeralds. No, it's actually good for once. Anyway, so yeah, I have a bunch of blokes making iron, which is traded for emeralds, which are traded for glowstone, slime, and redstone, and diamonds. I think that's all of like main things, and I have a couple of masons, which trade for trade diorite for diamonds, or I don't remember if it's diorite or one of the other stone types. But I have infinite stone, so I have a bunch of blokes trading for stone, and I have a guy trading for stone for quartz. So all those are basically, we have a bunch of merchants which generate emeralds, and we have a bunch of merchants which consume emeralds. to get redstone and glowstone and stuff. And that's all automated into the computer. Over here we have our stone generators, because there's a mod in this mod pack where you can put compressed, like put certain blocks underneath to get a specific block. So if you put compressed andesite block, it makes andesite with lava and water. I were using Create for this in the beginning, but it dropped the cobble, or no, it dropped the stone variants onto a belt, and the belt didn't collect them in time, and it made a lot of lag. So I decided to make destructors instead, which I think is a better use case. And we have some autocrafters and autocrafters there and there, which just make some of the like high usage components, such as the processors and such. So I've automated a lot of the things that is really glorpy about setting up automations. And I'm working on making 1 billion bricks for the factory. Because you wash sand into clay, and you get sand from grinding gravel, and you get gravel from grinding cobblestone, which we get from here. Or, yeah, here. Okay, so yeah, the reason why we're generating these stone types is also you have cobble and granite, andesite, and diorite, which is going into this press. I'm not sure why. Oh, cobblestone is probably going to be ground into gravel right at the moment, so that's why it stopped. Am I all out of cobblestone? Really? Sorry, I'll get easily sidetracked, so if you're going to watch this content, you are warned. Look at that. We're all out of cobble. That's an interesting position to be in. I've never been in it this series so far, but we're in it now. I'll have a sleep so we have a bit more light. And yes, the bed is inconveniently far away from everything up here. So yeah, we have andesite, cobble, diorite, and granite going into this, which make tough. The tough get into exported into computer, which get thrown into one of these grinding wheels. I think it's this one, which spits out a bunch of nuggets. I think it's iron, zinc, gold, and copper. I think it's those four. Which makes a decent amount of the things we need a lot of in this playthrough. And then we have a bank of presses, which makes the nuggets into ingots. And we also have automated sheets of different things, and rose quartz, because rose quartz is a pain to make, so I automated it. And bricks. Yeah, and we have a tree farm, a wheat farm. We don't really need wheat farm. I just made it for funsies, I guess. And we have a flax farm, which were a bit more useful earlier. It's still useful because you need it for processor bindings or something like that. I don't really remember what the recipe. It's a recipe with 2 string and a slime ball. I believe it's processor bindings. I could be wrong. And on this side we have our automated smelting bank, which is probably overkill to the nth degree, because most of them are smelting factories, which means they can process 3 stacks at once, or the big ones. I even have a couple of those. This is probably stats for the smooth stone, because I needed a bunch of it at some point and couldn't be bothered waiting, so I just upgraded the factory. And I also have for also for smooth stone. I mean, I need the basic stone and the smooth stone, and I need a lot of it on short notice. So I just plonked down a advanced factory. And here is the infusion factory. I also needed a bunch of those at some point. The energized alloy, or whatever it's named. Yeah, so this is basically our powered smelters and machines at the moment. And we have our heat generators, which are a major hazard because I haven't bothered making enough glass to cover this up, so I fall into it all the time. I'm not going to fix it at the moment because I can't be bothered, for one, and I'm not sure if this is going to survive next time I have a longer session to play the game in, because there's a real risk of me just at some point ripping all of this out and relocate it to a better location and fix the power generation at the same time. Oh, I should show that actually, because that's cool. Our create power at the moment is water wheels. And it's large water wheels. And we just dug a 5x5 hole down to bedrock here. I made a staircase all the way down around the edge. And on the way up we just placed water at regular intervals. I think I could have gotten away with just placing one water block at the top, but I weren't going to risk it. But the idea was that I could make vertical setup on the water wheels actually function, and it does. If we put on the goggles, we see we can go to the stressometer and see we're making like 130,000 stress units out of that shaft. And I have done like a lazy... Oh, I fell down the hole. So don't really usually hang out here. We just done a lazy gear up ratio here, where big wheel goes into small wheel, which goes into big wheel, into small wheel, and so on. And on the end here, that's not what we wanted. You just need to climb around here to show it off better. On the end here we have chain gear shift, which just gears it up one more time. We could have done the entire chain here with gear shifts and done it a bit more compact, I think. But I didn't want to really redo it, because this used to go into horizontal water wheel bank, which were in this trench here, and I just didn't want to move my power input that much, so I just dug the hole right at the start of it and changed like the first gear step. So yeah, that's the create setup. I do have some other automated bras, and I had a nasty trip into the nether where I died like a million times. So you can see like a lot of, most of them are, most of the deaths are in the nether. This is the waypoint manager. I haven't deleted them all yet. And the reason why I died a lot is I moved a blaze spawner. Or I actually moved two blaze spawners. One isn't all the way here yet, but I moved one over here. No, I haven't moved the second one yet, but I were preparing to do so when I found out in the obsidian pillar over there. There were a blaze spawner. We were a bit confused for a while. Oh, for fuck's sake, I hate the mosquitoes. Get the axe. I hate... Mosquitoes are pain. I don't really know why I went into there. So I started making like a bridge from Nether Fortress all the way over here when I was attacked. I were attacked before that off from the spire, obsidian spire, by this guy. So instead I just made a staircase up there, made a staircase, made a rail, and just moved hidden down there instead. But I thought I could move the Minecraft through the portal. It turned out I couldn't. So I just left him here for now. If I need more blaze, I can place down the spawner again from the cart contraption. Because you can move spawners with create contraptions. That includes minecarts. There's a assembly block you need, and just put the minecart underneath and you move in. But I think you need a train to go to a portal. I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, that was my disastrous attempt at moving that. So yeah, I have a bunch of blaze spawners ready for when we're going to build the steam engines, which are going into the basement of the huge big factory. Or factory 1. I haven't settled on a name yet. Suggestions are appreciated. So the generators will probably be either in the middle or the end or deep into the hole. You can actually show off the hole. Before we end this. So the hole were my somewhat genius, somewhat stupid plan of just making a huge elevator shaft and make an elevator to like one go down to the cliff below, which I decided to go make into the base. No, to the factory, I mean. It was a good idea. This goes all the way down to bedrock, this also. It were dug before the shaft over there with the water wheels. I used a whole lot of drills and yeah, and crate assembly with a rope pulley, and I dug it with that, and now I am regretting that somewhat because I'm not sure if this was the best placement, or it's actually quite a good placement, but yeah, we have like a tool changer in a bit. Should probably talk about that also at some point. It were almost a good idea, but if we type in at create, and we are going to look for where are those? Create is awesome, but there are a lot of Glorp in this pack. Oh, in that mod, I mean. Where are they? This is not an item I've used much in this playthrough as of yet, so I'm not entirely sure what they're called either. I thought I could just make like a brilliant just type in crate and then go a page or two back and then yes, the page 2 there. But the train door. Anyway, the point is that I want a double door. We don't show it in the ponder. But I want a double door, and I made a odd numbered hole. And when I were setting down the foundations of the factory down there, I did this and decided that this chunk line were going to be the center of the tire build, which means this hole is it's not at the right place. If the chunk border were there, one block over that direction, to the left, I could have gotten away with just extending a half of the... Just extending it one block that direction and one block that direction. And then I would have a decent shaft. But I'm 2 blocks off center, and I'm quite certain that the size I would need to make a bigger hole that fits is a bit bigger. So now I'm in having a conundrum. Should I just abandon this shaft in its entirety and make a better suited one? Or are we going to try to reuse it? There's also an argument of moving it so the center of the hole is here. Or maybe just move it all together another chunk over. There's a lot of possibilities to make this better. So that's an issue we are having at the moment. Or not at the moment, it's not an immediate issue. Because there's enough issues to handle other than that. Let's see here, I'm just going to have a look if our brick project is... I need to check the limiters because we actually need a lot of bricks. Let's see here. It's not a cable switch or... Oh, there's a brick. Bricks are probably being fired in the end one right here, isn't it? Yes. Yeah. No, 64 bricks, that's fine actually. What happened to my mouse? Something happened to it. That's better, I think. Let's see there. I just need to figure out if I... we haven't put a limit on this, okay. So... we put a limit on it. Say we want... 5,000 just. There, so there is an upper limit. I'm not sure if 5,000 is going to be enough, but it will be good for a while. And we can up the limit when I think I'm going to need to make more efficient temporary setup for bricks, because I'm planning to use a lot of it. And the 1,000 I have are a result of leaving my world to go running overnight and the following workday. I don't think that's really sustainable, for one thing. And for another, I don't think... no, it's just not sustainable. I can't leave this going like 5 days just to get enough for a short while. Because resources are quick to burn when you start building something at the size of the hole. The hole I'm planning to build. And I think I'm going to use a lot of bricks because there's a lot of good shaped textures. If you go to the mason tables. And not that one, but there's one I really... not that one either. But I really like this. That one, for example, is really nice. This one also. Because you have the like reddish brown texture with the gray in it, which gives a little pop in it compared to if you go with like say massive basalt. Yes, you have a little pop here, but it's not like gray on red. It's gray on gray pop. So yeah, it's like they're not really doing it enough for me for what I want with the build. That just looks bland, but this is like awesome. So I'm not going to use it all over the floor, but I'm not sure how much of the walls are going to be in it. Because I'm going to check out granite again, but now we have a bit of it. We're a bit short for a while earlier, but yeah, granite isn't that. This is just a much nicer red for a factory, I think. But we can use this also as an accent color. But we already have like, I'm not sure if we're going to use much of netherite, but netherite actually is a nice red color. It's just the texture which is wrong in most builds. And since we have shipped, we have options about texture. I think we might even have yeah, I'm not that fan of it's the shipped ones that are really good. I need to get rid of the poppies at some point. Or check, I was trying to check if an old trick which I knew worked in Vault Hunters at some last time I had any interest in it, where you could use the exchange gadget to exchange flowers for actual blocks. It don't seem to work that way anymore, but I might still try to use it. So yeah, that's a quick introduction to the state of things thus far on my little world. I'm sorry if I've been rambling for a good 40 or 50 minutes or whatever it's going to be. I'm not going to do much cutting on this series, I think. One, because I'm lazy. And two, if I... At least I'm not going to do much cutting if I manage to get a good chunk of me actually speaking. Because that's been my biggest problem this far, is that I'm really silent when I'm concentrating on things. But this episode is more voice heavy than it has been so thus far, because I've tried to explain what I've done for like the last 20 or hours or whatever. I haven't really checked how much the content has been. I'm really tempted to just delete it all, because it takes a lot of space, and I don't see it as usable. I were contemplating actually just trying to record like a voiceover, but it doesn't really feel right, because earlier me might have had some interest down here, like, oh, look at that, but I don't feel that's interesting for the series anymore, because I'm not longer interested in the village to the same degree as earlier me were, because earlier me didn't know where the series were going, and therefore didn't put the emphasis on the things that actually is important for what we're doing here. And what we are doing here is making a huge factory. That's not the button I needed. Give me 1 sec. Maybe because we are playing the Glorp Factory pack, which mean we have a replica of the Jeff series mod pack, and maybe Glorp-Corp is going to make a orange cookie at some point. I don't know. I don't think so, but that's an option. But what I'm thinking of doing, at least the goal for the first part of this series is just making a huge ass factory where I can automate a whole bunch of more shit. Because I think the main quest for us in I'm not sure if we're going to call ourselves Glorp-Corp or whatever if we decide to have a official name or something, but what's going to be the main driver of this series for the, at least in the beginning parts, is going to remove as much Glorp from the game by doing a lot of Glorp. Because I want to make the main driver is going to be I need a bunch of these. I can take them out, and no, it didn't work. Well, a light should be turning on somewhere, because I should have a baseline of these. Oh, okay. That's a bad administration, because I have twice as many as it's the baseline. But the point is, if I need an item and I remove it from the computer, it should just start producing a shit ton of them at once. Also redstone. Yeah. Anyway, I don't have a good good demonstration on. Now we're really good at emeralds. I'm not really sure what's happening with emeralds. But the point is being I want to go to the computer, and if I remove something, some machine in the factory should just spin up and start producing it. If it is an item that is useful. Say that I have base loss on a lot of this, but say that I need to use Volt. Take it out, and then the factory should spin up, and the Volt should be replaced in the computer. That's going to be the start line goal at least. And then we might look at, not this maybe. Not sure if we're going to do much of this either. I'm not really interested in this either. Maybe we should do some space stuff. I'm not sure. We'll see where this is going. And if you guys are... What the hell? Okay. Oh, is our computer full? Yeah, we're actually full. Let's see here. Here is the space we can make a lot more. This is one of the reasons I am contemplating moving the entire computer into another location. I'm thinking about just making a whole bunch of new barrels, and then just put an exporter on this entire computer setup, and just export everything. Let's see here. Or put an importer on that block and do it that way. I'm not picky. If I just use the importer, I don't really need to. I just need to make another storage cache, really. Let's see here. It's not that we need that one. There we go. Not do that accidentally. Make 5 of those at least. How's actually our gold doing? Right, first things first. Bookmark that. Because then we can just go down the tree if we need a specific one. Then we can go to the... Just gonna check out how our gold is doing. Okay, we can just wear a few more. Let's see here. That should do it. So there we go. We have 14. Those. And we have a bunch of diamonds, so actually more diamonds than we have gold. And there our day is ruined by the backpack mob again. Is there a music setting for... Okay, that worked. That's much better. Let's see here. Oh, we need more. I didn't. That was not what I was trying to do. I need to fix this. Okay, that should do it. If we just find the chest which way. This is a good one. Put one in here. And then do that. This is also a good one. That. Because we want to make the chests and barrels be as useful as possible for us. This is also why we want to eventually try to just redo this entire piece of shit with fresh upgrades and fresh barrels, because I don't think because it doesn't auto rebalance this. So we can fix a chest, but it's a bit limited about how efficient we can make it. When we redo this, we should like, can we do that? Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can probably like have a like a couple of like special chests for like high volume items. For example, like netherrack and all the stone types have like a higher priority filtered storage. There we go, that should help for a little while at least. So yeah, we had a little poke around in, or a little, not poke around, but I had a little poke around the computer, but we had a little tour of how this playthrough of mine has gone so far. With next to nothing or nothing useful from my previous recordings, and this is the beginning of the series for my part, because or your part, my part started a long time ago, because I can't be bothered trying to rescue the previous recording. So we have great plans ahead. We're going to make this huge factory hall first, and then see where we go from there, I think. Because we have... This is Minecraft, so we have endless possibilities. Almost. Except build height and bedrock, there are most all the directions there are endless possibilities. So we might build more factory over here, or maybe we could build gardens, or we can build buildings over there. I still plan to have that huge elevator. I just think I might remove it. Most likely just a most likely like here maybe, or something like that. Because this were a good idea. But I think it hasn't aged well. I think I will build it over here, because then I can just fill in the top of that hole and fill in the roof of the factory down there and fill in the floor. Dig the new hole here. And just pretend that little... That's the water wheel which powered the dig. Because I were a little bit resource strapped and a bit lazy also, so I didn't want to spend a load of time moving and create power from over there to over here. I might use that power for the next hole, because that's... I think it's faster, so fast that it's worth it now, and I have a lot of overhead on the stress units. So yeah, welcome to the Glorp Factory / Glorp-Corp. I'm not sure if we're going to stick with the company name, but it is going to be a Glorp Factory. And this is going to be the roof of our factory. It's long and tall, and we have dug a immensely deep basement, which we're going to use to our advantage, because I'm not sure what machines go where yet, but I think the more impressive ones, like the grinders and mechanical presses and such, is going on the top floor where they're more visible, and then we can put like the mechanical crafters or things like that in the basement. We can have like the huge mechanical crafters on the top floor, because they look better, and then just have the more unsightly small ones hidden in the deep dark basements. We should probably do some buildings and maybe make like a scenic village or something also. At least have a think about it. Build some bridges and maybe a railroad. There's a lot of possibilities here. What the hell happened? Only thing I don't like about this base location, which I didn't see because I looped around all the way over there and then saw this mountain and thought, this is going to be great. And climbed up on the mountain on that other side. Looked down here, looked great. But that thing annoys me a fair bit. I'm not sure what I can do about it. So I'll have a think about that. There are possible solutions, but I'm not sure about what they are at the moment. One possibility is that I load this up, this seed, make a mirrored mod pack of this without applied logistics, load up this seed, and then either do a world edit copy or a schematic or something like that, and just load it in, and then go into this mod pack and pasta the original clip, because I suspect it's going to be better with the original one. I think maybe a create schematic might work. I might just do a cheeky, and that I might even do without make work without cheating that much, because I suspect I have a decent amount of the stuff that's should be going into that hole, such as stone and the site and such. That the only thing I'm going to miss is the sporadic ore, and I might just sheet in some grass, because I wouldn't be bothered with digging up a bunch of grass with silk touch tools. But that's a future problem. I just need to be aware of that. I'm not going to build in that area here on this bridge between that mountain we are on and the mountain over there. I'm just going to keep away from building there until I have figured out how I'm going to fix this. Whether I'm going to cheat a bit, or if I'm going to I don't think I'm going to do a survival terraforming round there. I'm not that good of a terraformer, even when I have tools. I suspect I'll be worse when I don't have tools. So yeah, that's fun. And now I have probably spent 20 minutes since I thought I was going to stop this recording on talking on even more. So this is probably going to be quite a long episode if I release this one. We'll see in the edit. Now, I hope you had a good time, and I look crazy with this getup on, but also a bit cool. Shit. For hell's sake. We were that close. I almost had a nice outro. But now we got to see the hole, at least. And when we're all down here anyway, we can have a quick peek at my little trinket things. We have this is really nice, which makes my Hands function as basic stone tools, which is awesome. And just a speed bonus on attacks. And this one just gives like minor buffs, which are nice. So yeah. Thank you for watching. And maybe we'll see each other. Maybe I'll see you next time. Or not see you. Maybe you come back. I don't know. So yeah. Have a great day, wherever you are, whoever you are, and goodbye.